Don't mess around and get a certain trophy that start with the letter B. My rhymes with clocked. That's all. Just don't do that. I wish I could agree with that, but we gotta stop saying that, oh God, men just do that. No, at some point some accountability has to come into play. It has to. I don't know you. How am I going to cut you slack? If I knew you, I still wouldn't cut you slack. No, bruh. No. I don't know what it is where it's just a whole influx of craziness. Is this how y'all talk to women in person? Because if not, if the answer is no, or you hesitant and you hemming and hawing and choking on your on your words, you probably done, you probably one of those that got a drink dashed in your face because you done said something crazy to them. Why do I feel like y'all been planted in these comments to come to this live stream? That want to go over your head. I am not saying how long my actual hair is. Mm-mm. There's some question you just hate. Nah, time out. Time out. Time out. Time out. Time out, Playboy. We ain't finna do that. We're not answering that question. You don't even realize how close to getting the trophy you are. I don't answer to any other name except for Jessica. You came close to a block. That's your warning. I don't play with stuff like that. Not worried about that. You could do that. Check out the channel. But what you cannot do is say something crazy and not expect me to at least address you or put yourself in the line of fire, earning a trophy. So we're not going to do that either. I don't know what it is. Sometimes I think it's the time of day I live stream. Other times it really it don't matter. It, I don't know about y'all, but it's y'all way too comfortable. And so I don't want to speak in generalizations. from what I have experienced so far live streaming, there are a few that are, and this goes for whoever it applies to, a bit too comfortable saying disrespectful stuff to a lady. And I'm not comfortable with that. That is my right to not be cool with that. And so I'm asking for common decency and respect because I know for sure that I definitely deserve that. And that's the last time I'm gonna address it. So if I see anything else crazy, I'm gonna adjust things accordingly. That's it. I'll be nice about it. I'm not one of those women gonna cuss you out, call you, because I know what respect means to men. I'm a woman and I love respect. I understand it, and I'm a grown woman. That's all I'm asking for. Appreciate you, Brittany. I don't know what it is. I feel like this needs to be a separate chat. And see, if it becomes a separate chat, I ain't even finna say. Yeah, you better be ready. Y'all better be ready. Because I realize not everybody got home training, not everybody was raised the same way. That's fine. But it's never too late, no matter how old you are, no matter what your age is, to learn to treat people with deep common decency and respect. Answer this question. Let's turn this into a game night. Okay. How many ladies have you been able to pull with speaking to me, attempting to speak to me in the way that you have? How? How many women have warmly have received you at open arms? Oh, thank you for speaking to me so disrespectfully. I appreciate that so much. Let me know, what is your success rate? And I'm turning the camera back on. I want you to know that I'm not being sarcastic. I'm being serious. I'm telling you this because I love you with the love of God. And I don't want you messing yourself up, messing your game up because you think it's okay to tell that to a woman in person. Most women will slap you in the face, dash a drink in there, call their brother, sock in your mouth themselves, or they got brothers or good father figures. They'll come right down there for you. I'm not doing any of that. I'm asking for common decency and respect. That's all. Nothing else. That's all. Please and thank you go a long way. How are you doing? You don't have to speak like the Queen of England, isn't it? Hello there. Who goes there? I'm not asking you to speak like that. Be yourself, but be respectful. That's all. That's all I'm asking. Because I know I deserve common decency and respect. Everybody deserves that. Because if you see how women talk, and I have to say, like, underneath men's clothes, that's the way they. That's the phrase that I heard growing up. If How would you feel if we as women talked about y'all the same way? Y'all get on the line. I can't say half the stuff I done heard, but y'all be really uncomfortable. You feel like a piece of the steak uncooked. You would not feel good. You would feel like you're being used. You wouldn't like that. And you see what I'm saying? And once you had, like, and this goes for anybody, man or woman, once you've had a opportunity to see people, especially of the opposite sex, to see them as human beings rather than being treated as pieces of meat, it gives you a whole new, brand new perspective, and it gives you a brand new level of respect for them because you see them as human beings. The moment you stop or refuse to see a person of the opposite sex as a human being, what else do you have? You got to have that. I had the crazy comments whether or not I've worn a tank top or not. I can't go come on live and be. I've seen a whole lot less in people wearing floss, and I don't have names. I don't have names to give, but I've seen them in floss, and they get a lot of views. But that's short lived, or either that's something they have to continue to maintain. And that makes me feel sorry for you, sis. Like I used to see it when I first started on YouTube. I forgot the names, and I think the reason why God's not having it to come back to me is because He don't want me calling them out, because He know I don't have nothing against them. But I'm like, use your brain, sis. You ain't got to be dressed in floss to get views and for it to be. Cause after a while, what happens when you get tired of it? People stop coming because what you served them the first time, they see you ain't serving it no more, and so they go somewhere else, and then it tanks everything. It's best to start off the right way. I done had people ask me all kinds of untold stuff, and the answer is still no, baby, because God gave me something else 10 times greater than me having to show myself. I've never considered that. I've always understood that the girls that do it, I'm like, let me see how you started. You started that way, so now you don't want to do anymore. Now it's issues with it. And it's okay if you start wrong and then realize in the middle of it that, you know what, I don't want to do this no more. They're allowed to change. It's just you're going to have to get it out the mud and, well, let me take that back. Renounce, denounce, cancel. I gotta watch what I say, because the Bible says that there is life and death in the power of the tongue, and those that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. The moment you have a right to people have a right to change their mind, and as soon as they decide they want to change their mind, you could fix it. I'm not going to say it's going to be harder for you. It's going to be easier if you take this one step. Get with God. Hey, I'm sorry. I apologize. I've been out here in floss or whatever the situation is. And this goes for situations that's not that. I want to change course. I don't think such and such is going to happen if I do that. Okay. There's always a squad of people that going to support you no matter how you maneuver. As long as you put God in the mix. It's never too late. It's never too late. God give you another 24 hours. It's never too late. Day after day after day. Don't waste those 24 hours. We all get 24 hours. That's all I'm saying to you. Kind of got disrespectful comments. Relaxed with tank top on as well as dressed in something like this. And look, I done asked God about this today. Accidentally spilled bleach on it. I was pissed off one day when I put it on. I'm asking God, should I keep it or should I decorate it or do what? It's a very nice shirt. Perfect example. Even this could be fixed. I either re-dye it or turn it another color completely. It's okay. I'm at the house. I can wear this. This is fine. I can turn it to something else. I don't know what yet. Perfect example. That's it. That's the only thing. Let me know. Like I'm normally people on the outside looking in and be like, yeah, I'm gonna be sarcastic and ask you how much success have you had talking to women that way. I'm not being sarcastic. I'm being serious. How much success have you had talking to women like that? Tell me how many women have expressed their great grand gesture or whatever you, however you want to call it, of appreciation. Of thank you for talking to me like crap. It sounds like I'm being sarcastic, aren't I? I'm not. That's all I want to know. I'm coming over here to relax, and then I'm having to address stuff. I don't mind addressing stuff because maybe there were several people thinking that that stuff was okay, and so now we gonna address the matter when God give me permission. So I would Just that quick. Like, you know what? We're gonna have to address this and pull the rug up. I'm not upset. I'm relaxed. But I definitely need to address this because that let me know the behavior and everything taking place in these comments let me know there are men walking out here of all ages and they think that this is okay. And I don't know who to be scared more for. Us as women or the reaction that the men gonna get. Or the fathers, the brothers, the uncles, the men in their life that gonna get called on to ride down there for them to be dealt with. I'm not in favor with that. I don't do that. I do this to deal with the issue. Let's talk about it. Who are you hanging around that talks like this to women? What kind of TV shows, what type of stuff do you watch? What type of music do you listen to where this stuff is okay? Who gave you this impression? Like, I'm serious. I'm of the mindset that whatever happened to you is not your fault, but your healing is your responsibility. There's too many resources out there you can get. You can go and talk to someone, if you know what I mean. I'm a fan of that. Maybe you start to go to church or go back to church, whichever one. I'm not here to judge. That's all. Now, judge righteously according to the Bible now. That's all. That's all. Hello, New York City Mutant. New York in the house. Got a New Yorker. I love saying that. Thank you, Brittany, for your input and for anybody else's input. For me, it's like I don't look to be agreed with. I just look for people to. I want you to think. I'm not from New York. I just like accents from people from different walks of life. I think it's a beautiful thing. I don't really look to be agreed with. I just want people what I'm most motivated by is I want people to use this. And let me clarify by saying further, I'm not saying you don't have this. I'm not saying you're intelligent. I'm going with the mindset that I believe you have a level of intelligence that you're missing out on, that you're not using, and I want you to use it. That's all. I want you to use that. I think, and I'm not going to say this, but I almost know that sometime in the future I'm going to have have a conversation with the men about this. And I was trying to not have this be the live stream to do it. So whenever God allow it, I'm not telling you when it's coming. Just keep your bell on and subscribe if you're new here, if you're interested. Yeah, the New Yorkers and then Jersey is kind of close. And then Cayman Islands. There's this one creator I watch. She is from the Cayman Islands, but she lives in a completely different country. I won't say which one. She was in a vlog talking about some, your eye bigger than your belly. I love it. I love it. People have said I have an accent as well. So I'm just like, I didn't notice it. So I started going back listening to myself. I'm like, oh, okay. From the country. Anywho, I see a familiar name. Welcome back. How do you do? Same applies. Um, no, thank you. Not accepting kisses from anybody I don't know. My name is Jessica. No pet names. I do mean that respectfully, of course. I want me to tell you the number of things that folks that ask me on live streams. The answer is no every time. No, no. Cause the one person you're gonna get me in trouble with is God. And I ain't from lies you tell. Nope, not happening. Not doing it. Nope, not doing it. Not today. Nope, not doing it. Mommy, a preacher lost it. Comedian. He was making lasagna in one video and he said to his brother like, nope, not doing it. He stopped him before he started his shenanigans. Not doing it. See you later. Not doing it. Not going to happen. Not today. I'm not accepting the pet names. I do extend my sincerest apologies, whatever you like to call it. Nope, not doing that either. I see you in the Held for review. Held, Held. No. Answer still no, like it was the other night. No. And like I said, like it was the other night on the other live stream, if you were here, you see it in the comments. No. No, thank you. I feel like we need to, yeah, I think I'm gonna tie that in. Whenever I get permission, I need to talk to y'all. We need to have a separate, talk, okay? Because it's not cute. I still have not seen in the comments, and again, I'm not using sarcasm. I still have not seen in the comments from the men on here how much. What is your success rate with talking to women like this in person? And let me know. Have you not gotten slapped? Have you had appreciation expressed to you for how crazy you talking to people and disrespect? I guarantee if a woman came there to talk to you like that, you would feel gross. That's the nicest way. I can't say certain words on YouTube here. Okay, you wouldn't feel good. You would feel like a barely cooked steak. That's the nicest way I put it. And no one, man or woman, deserve to be felt like be made to feel that way. They don't. And so I'm advocating not only for women, I'm advocating for the men because I know they get talked to like that crazy. I ain't going to say, but a certain person went viral. What was it, earlier this year or before this year came in? All over TikTok. They had to tell me it was a certain TV show host. They had to cut. She had to cut off her comments because they kept commenting on the man inappropriately. And it was so bad that somebody made a video that they cut the comments off saying, dang, I missed the good stuff. I'm like, are you kidding me? Uh-uh. So I know it happens to men too. No one deserves that, man or woman.